Peace, family. I'm gonna do a follow up on the video I did the other day. The rent is too high. I got a lot of feedback from that, and people was inquiring, asking questions, and I want to just take this opportunity to address a few. But one thing that was asked about me was we gonna use a GoFundMe? And absolutely, 100% no. There's no way on earth I would use a GoFundMe. GoFundMe takes a portion of the proceeds, and then we're left with the rest. We're under no circumstances will I ever have anything to do with the GoFundMe. Now, the one question that I didn't receive that I was looking forward to receiving was, what fuels you? What motivates you? How did you get started thinking like this? And what got me thinking like this is the fact that up under this economic system, blacks are last in every statistical category in this country. What fuels me is the fact that we spent $1.6 trillion in this U.S. economy last year. And we're going to pay more next year. And it's going to get worse and worse every year. What fuels me is the fact that what we do invest in, social programs, social movements, the black church, nothing has panned out that put black people in ownership and control of their way of life. I'm in the store, I'm looking at Tostitos corn chips. And right beneath the Tostitos corn chips is what? Tostitos salsa. For the corn chips and the sauce, they capitalizing. They're not letting none of that money leave. They're not just making salsa, and then you can buy chips from anybody else. They want to make specific chips for their specific product. Black people, I want us to get along that same mindset. We spent $1.6 trillion in this U.S. economy, and we don't have not one black independent business, industry, institution to safeguard it, to make sure everything is aligned. Tostitos would argue anybody that they chips taste best with their salsa. Why can't we do that? And this shouldn't be a difficult sale. This is the organization that I'm trying to get started so we can align our people socially, economically, politically, industrially, so we can create our own jobs, establish our own economic floor, put businesses inside our community that's consistent to our customs and our beliefs, so that we can be the examples of our children, and then they can take pride in watching us prosper under this environment, and then they can learn from it, and then we can pass it on generationally. Just think about the money that you spend right now on your health care, your food, your clothing, your entertainment, your wasteful spending, all working together. You creating businesses to privatize that. This is the mindset I want my people to get into. And another question that I was asked was, how do we keep this going? Because the initial question come from when I use St. Jude as an example, how people just give St. Jude money and St. Jude give away services. Well, like I said, that's where I believe that question come from, and we're not giving anything away, not right now. But what I do want us to get in the mindset of is contributing, investing in ourselves, opening up black alternatives to the existing businesses that's already out there. And like I say, in our communities, you have urgent care centers. We can open up convenient care centers, employ our sons and daughters who have degrees or medical interests in the medical facility, medical industry, personal health care, whatever. We can put them right there. And then now on top of that, we can expand on that. Let's say we open up a dozen convenient care centers. Now we can start opening up our own health insurance policy that will be accepted in these convenient care centers. And the difference between our health care plan and theirs is our health care plan will function just like your debit card do at the grocery store. What do I mean? When you present your card at the grocery store and you swipe it through the cash register, do your debit card pay 70%, and then when you get home, a bill for the remainder is waiting for you? No. When you swipe your card, your bill is paid. I think your health insurance policy should be doing the same. When you swipe your card at our convenient care centers, our birthing centers, when you walk out, you have no bill. It makes no sense for black people to sit up here and spend, and I'm going to use myself for example. I spend $600 a month on health care, and I don't even go to the doctor hardly. But if I did, I would still get a bill waiting for me at home. That's absolutely ridiculous. Meanwhile, the same healthcare industry is reporting record profits because they're only paying half of the bill, half the cost. Now I got to pay $600 a month plus the rest of the bill. That's ridiculous. Up under our healthcare plan, you swipe your card, you have 1 million, 100,000, 500,000, however many black people we have to subscribe to this, all of us paying into this system. You swipe your card, when you walk out of there, you ain't got no bill. That's how we keep it going. We open up our own automotive manufacturer. So what we do, we open up our own automotive insurance company. Then once we keep that going, now we can open up our own insurance company to insure all our interests. We're going to take every customer out of the existing businesses and industries and employ them in ours. That's my goal, to get every single one of them and create a competitive system within this system. First to compete, then we can just chop them off and do away with them and then live our lives. This is a vision that we can realize within our lifetime, that we can see and allow our children to see. Imagine your children looking up, seeing you being prosperous in a black owned and controlled private equity group, where all your economic, all your political, all your social interests are being governed by black people, supported by black people, expanded by black people. When your children grow up, they'll have no choice but to want to participate and experience the same joy that you're experiencing and pass it on to their children. It'll never leave out of our hands. And one of the last questions that I was asked was, what do you expect from me? What's expected? What's expected? What I expect you to do, I expect you to be just as patient with your people as we build our system as you were with the people who destroyed our people. This country is 248 years old, and we've been in the hands of these so-called good white people for 248 years. And you see how they handle us socially, economically, politically, judicially, and yet you still wait on some good white savior to come up and make everything all better. What I expect from you is to give us the same patience, the same commitment, the same determination that you give whites. If you can do this for your enslavers, you can at least do half of this for your liberators. Now, I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this message, if you like this content, and if you like this pressure that I put on our oppressor, put a little pressure on that follow, subscribe, and share button, and catch me in my next video. Ashe.